time? Hey, Kimmy. Good afternoon, everybody. Well, I'm out with the pooches, as you can tell by my little ball throwing thing. They love the ball. I just can't walk far enough to do them justice at the moment because of, still recovering. So the ball thrower has become my knackering the dogs out tool. And they are absolutely knackered. They're panting their heads off already. I'm not even to the hill yet. I'm on Selzy again because it's still quite wet on the other common. And there's lots of little mud patches everywhere. And Phoebe's got into a bad habit getting in it. I haven't got the energy to keep bathing her. So, yeah. So I'm back at work this week. Friday, Saturday and Sunday. I picked up some extra hours on Saturday and Sunday and trying to make sure I got a full month, because I will get part pay sick this week, and if I do the extra I'll make it up. So I don't know if you can hear it, because it's quite windy, but the larks are singing like mad all over the dogs, and it really smells like spring at the moment. It's gorgeous. Yes, all right, I threw it. Oh, it's a threat. Anyway, hope you're having a good afternoon. She didn't mean to stand on you. You're playing fire. I don't know if Phoebe knows what to do about it. Yeah. I don't know what to do about it. Oh, a big yawn. There's a big yawn, Kimmy. You'll pick that camera at me again, Mummy. Stop doing it. Wagging your tail, I can see you. Yeah, woo woo. It's not all chocolate roses. So the thing about videos on vlogging is that some days are not good, especially when you've got fibromyalgia or ME. I spent 4 days at work and then trying to do normal life, which probably was a little bit too much for my body to bear, and I'm awfully in a lot of pain. My knees hurt and my ankles are very swollen, and then today my hands swelled up as well. Really bad headaches all the time, and I feel absolute crap. Luckily I got today off and tomorrow off. I've been trying to rest all day today. I did pop out for about 20 minutes and I actually had the collie wobbles in Tesco's. I thought I was going to pass out. It was not really good at all. But I'm back to work on Thursday, so I've got to try and feel better for that, really. So I bought some Voltron gel today, and I'm hoping that's going to help. And I've ordered some of my naproxen from the doctors, so I'm pretty swollen. I really don't feel very well at all. Just got a terrible headache. And I'm drinking loads of fluids and everything and doing all the things I'm supposed to do, but my fibro and my ME are kicking my ass like big time. This is what happens when you do too much. Your body just really tells you off. And gotta try and get some rest. I feel really breathless as well. I feel breathless, and I was a bit wheezy when I just come upstairs from my asthma. But that could just be stress. Anyway, just want to show you that there are bad sides to my days, not just all good. Hope you're all well. Bye. Hi guys, so today's 6th of April and it marks my 3-month post-op anniversary, I suppose you could say. So 3 months from when I had my operation, and so I just thought I'd do a little update on how I'm getting on. I returned to work on the 31st of March. The one thing I found is that I probably made a slight mistake. I was offered to have a phased return to work, and although I only do sort of 18 hours-ish, I opted not to do a phased return to work, and I'm actually sort of kind of wishing that I had done a phased return to work, because my fibromyalgia is absolutely kicking my ass, as you may have seen from a slight little interlude before this, because I've sort of done a vlog over a few days, and I really wasn't very well the day before yesterday. I had such high pain going on, felt breathless, I didn't feel good at all, pain levels were through the roof, my ankles are very swollen, I've got real problems with my ankles, haven't been able to wear my shoes, I've been having to wear my Crocs, I've been using like Voltarol gel on my ankles, which has helped a little bit, not all though, but I've ordered some naproxen, which I don't like to take all the time. I only like to take if I'm really flaring. I definitely feel like I'm flaring. But one of the things is that it could have actually been my HRT causing the problems, because I've been having a few problems with my HRT. I've been feeling a bit out of breath and really itchy all over, feeling starving, hungry all the time. And when I've looked it up and spoken to other people that have been on the type that I'm on, it's quite common, and also quite common on HRT in general. I didn't like the way it was making me feel, because I've had kind of been very perimenopausal for a long time, because I only had one ovary and it wasn't functioning brilliantly, this ovary. So I've actually been quite severely perimenopausal for a couple of years anyway, so I was already getting like hot flushes and all those things. And I'm actually wondering whether I should have gone on to the HRT, because actually, if anything, it made everything a lot worse. I was getting like palpitations, a whole lot. And before I went on the HRT patch, for the 3 months since I've had the operation, I wasn't getting any of that. I was having a few hot flushes, but not all the palpitations and the feeling hungry and breathlessness and itchiness and all that. So after some research, there's a lady in Brighton who's been doing it for about 25 years, natural, and she's like telling everybody, you know, the best way to go through menopause. And her name is Marion Stewart, and she's written a book which she very sweetly has actually sent me for free as a gift, because I'd written this massive essay to her, and for some reason it got accidentally deleted, and she was very sweet about it. She said, look, I'm going to send you my book as a way of apology, because I really do. She said, I read it, your email, your post that you did, and I do believe that my book can help you. And it's all about diet, nutrition, relaxation and exercise. And I need to go back on my diet, because all this really, I feel so fat. I've put on so much weight in the last 3 months, unreal. And all this was going, so I'm a bit annoyed about it, but never mind. I bought some specific supplements today which are geared for women who are going through the menopause. I didn't buy a brand name because they charge twice as much as they need to, and he showed me an unbranded product that was half the price. It was basically exactly the same, and also had like loads of little extras in it that are for your heart, your eyes, your kidneys, your bones, and all that kind of thing. And then I've bought a menopause complex, again a non-branded one, but this one had like so much stuff in it that helps with the symptoms of menopause, you know, like your hot flashes, memory fatigue, and all those things. And it's got like all the red clover in it, sage, all that stuff in it. And it worked out that I paid a third less than had I bought branded products. So I'm going to give that a try. And also when my D3 runs out, because I take D3 daily for my fibro anyway, I'm going to use the D3 plus calcium, because although there's calcium in my multivitamin, it's not quite enough, because I should take 800 milligrams a day for osteocare because of osteoarthritis being in both sides of my family. And so for osteocare I need to be on the full dose, which is 800 milligrams. So that's what I'm going to do. With regards to so yes, anyway, I was saying, like, the patches and everything, they were constantly coming off. It was driving me mad. I'd get them to stick for like a day or two, I'd have a shower and they would fall off, and it was driving me absolutely insane. Plus the fact that I was getting all these symptoms that I didn't get before, and it was making me feel like poo, and I, you know, just didn't really want to feel like poo. So I decided, right, I'm just going to do this naturally. I'm 45, I'm only 5 years off the average age anyway, and as long as I'm covering myself for the things that they worry about, which is bone health and your heart and stuff like that, which I'm doing through my supplements and also through diet, exercise, relaxation, nutrition, etc., then I can't see any issues with it, to be honest. My mum went through it without HRT, my nan did as well. I know loads of people that have gone through it, had early menopause and didn't have HRT, and you know, and as long as you're covering yourself, I can't see an issue. Anyway, so with regards to recovery from my operation, I'm feeling really good in that sense. I've not had any pain, except for occasionally I overstretch, like I'll lean back to get something, overstretch, and then I feel it, but I've not been getting too much pain. Occasionally catch my drain hole when I'm wearing jeans, weirdly, and kind of pinches it sometimes, and that hurts. It makes it burn, but I don't have that as much as I was. It's actually calmed down an awful lot than it was. Also, going to the toilet has been fine. Touch wood. I'm going to touch wood because, you know, like, I'm really pleased about this so far. I've had no leaking. I'm managing, like today I didn't go to the loo until about 1 o'clock, and I went about 8 o'clock, I suppose. So I went about 5 hours without going to the loo. I didn't feel like an urgent need to go or anything like that. It was absolutely fine. I'm peeing okay. When I first had my catheter, I had trouble emptying my bladder completely. I was having to do this rocking thing. I still have to occasionally do that, but not very often. I find it's when my bladder's fuller, it's not emptying properly, so I've taken to do the rocking thing anyway. But I'm managing to go to the loo fine, not getting any pain when I pee or anything like that. Not getting any pain from my bladder or anything. I've been doing my Kegels and everything, so that's been all fine. Just generally myself, I'm not well anyway. I just don't feel 100%, but I don't think it's related to the surgery. As I said, I think it's more related to the HRT, which I've now come off. So I'm hoping that once that levels settle back down, and the supplements and everything kick in, I hope to start feeling a lot better, because I think it's really kicked my fibromyalgia off. I mean, I had, like I said, day before yesterday, I didn't feel very well, which I've put in this vlog so you can actually see how unwell I felt. I mean, I do flare with my fibromyalgia anyway, but this is like, it's not common for me to have a bad flare at this time of year, because spring and summer are like my best months. I do flare, but they're usually quite mild flares, and I usually can work through them as long as I'm careful and I pace and I look after myself. I normally can work through them. And this one, absolutely, this flare, the last 2 days I was absolutely feeling like crap. and I was having to I had to keep going to bed, which is unusual because normally with, like I said, with mild flares, as long as I'm really careful and look after myself, I can normally work through it. But this time I couldn't. I kept feeling really strange and not feeling right at all, and having to go to bed or having to lie down on the sofa and just feeling absolute shit. And like I said, that's unusual for this time of year. And the only thing that is different is that I went on the HRT, and I was on about day 10 of the HRT. It's the only different thing, it's different. Also with my ME, I can be quite medicinally intolerant. I don't, and people also with ME and fibro can have some problems with extra hormones and things, or synthetic things being put into the, and because it is synthetic at the end of the day. And you know, I said to my doctor, I just don't know how I'm going to react to it, and she said, well, we'll just have to see, because obviously you have to go by what my body says. And I think my body says, no, you're not having that crap in your body. It just doesn't like it at all. And like I said, I was itchy everywhere, and then I kept coming out in weird blotches and rashes, and then I had like where the patch was, I'd have like a red square where the patch was. And I was like, yeah, I don't think my body likes this at all. So anyway, natural it is. I'm going to try and go through the menopause naturally, see how I get on. I'm going to see how I get on in the next 3 months. I'm going to really concentrate on having the right nutrition and the diet and supplements and all those things. See how I get on. And if I cope in all right, then I don't see any point of trying anything else, because I don't want to put my body through it. So yeah, other than the blip with my HRT and my menopause, I'm actually doing okay physically. Like, I'm not getting any pain in my incision. The only thing I've had is fibro related symptoms like pain in my joints, muscle pain, swelling, bad headaches, which is quite common with my fibro, but also could be my menopause, and just generally feeling absolute shit. But it's not related to my surgery, so I can't blame my surgery for it. I'm really chuffed to bits that I'm not having any leaking, touch wood again, keep touching wood, not having any leaking, and just being able to go about my day normally, not worry about, you know, and even sometimes like when I'm really desperate for a pee, like because I held on for so long, you know, I'm not leaking. So I'm really chuffed, touch wood again. So yeah, I'm really happy so far. Trying to adjust to life at the moment without my daughters, because one of them is sort of part living with a boyfriend, part living at home, one's moved out. So I'm having to adjust to life without all the noise and mess and stuff, which has actually been quite nice, not to have all that mess. So yeah, all a bit of an adjustment as well. I've been finding it really difficult to adjust my eating because I keep trying to make things for 4 people, and the dog's been enjoying the extra food. Anyway, I hope you're having a good day. So yeah, today marks 3 months since my op. So yeah, I'm pleased with progress physically from that. Not very happy about my blip, but I'm hoping that things will improve now I've come off it, because I really did not want to be ill at all. I didn't like it, didn't like how I was feeling at all, and having done the research and everything, I realised that it could have been to do with that. It's really unusual, for, like I said, for me. If I was going to have a fibro flare from the operation, it would have been very quickly afterwards, because when I had my histo, within 10 days I was flaring. So I don't believe that this flare is as a result of my surgery. I think it's as a result of the change in my body from the HRT, and just don't think that my body likes it at all. I've just been so incredibly itchy from it as well. It's not good. So yeah, fingers crossed I'll be feeling a lot better next week. Anyway, I hope you're all right. Take care. See you soon. Bye.